Hey folks, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. So this is going to be a little different and kick off a few videos that I'm going to do that are going to be looking at decks that I picked up online, either through trading, quite a bit of trading, as well as a couple purchases as well. So that's why we have these packages here that I've received. I'm just going to go through one today, or one in this video anyway. But yeah, this is something I'd mostly stayed away from, and I've only been playing with decks that I actually opened, with the one simple exception where eBay had sent me a $5 coupon that I spent to buy a $5 deck. So I got a free deck off of eBay. But recently, eBay sent me another coupon. It was $5 off, but I had to spend 10. Picked up a couple decks that way, and then also saw somebody looking for a particular deck that I had, a combo that they were interested in, reached out, arranged kind of a trade situation, and then was looking for some specific stuff that I picked up. So anyway, this is kind of new to me, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to walk through these decks the same as I would one that I'd opened, but I'll be clear and upfront about them, not being ones that I just randomly opened. So yeah, with that said, let me go ahead and open this package. And by the way, while I'm opening this, I'll just start by saying everybody I've dealt with has been so good. There's been a little bit of haggling in certain cases, but the buy sell trade group on Facebook has the stipulation that if you deal through there, you're supposed to use PayPal goods and services. But I have in most opportunities where I had the option just chosen to go friends and family, because really I do consider people in the community to be my friends, and if I buy through eBay, then of course that's going through goods and services. But in the other cases, this is arranged totally on Facebook, and I just feel like it's nicer to save the person I'm sending money to a couple bucks. Or, in the case of a trade, it's really the same thing, because you're sending it blindly, trusting that they're also going to send the one to you. So anyway, and so far I've just had great results with that. People have been really nice. One guy I traded with in Australia even included a couple of extra promo cards, just because he's being nice. So yeah. Anyway, cool. This is reasonable packaging. This thing is still in the original seal here. This one is from Toy Wiz. They do quite a bit of volume. Anyway, so this one is called Atom Class, the Prodigy Madman, and it is Mars, Shadows, and Logos. And let's open it up. Because I did a few of these, I don't remember exactly what's in each deck, so this is still kind of an adventure for me. Okay, so we have a Fogify. Gain an amber. Your opponent can't use creatures to fight on their next turn. That's really cool. Let me just zoom this in a little bit now that we are actually looking at cards. Okay. Phase Shift. You can play one non-logos card this turn. That's going to be really nice with the Shadows, maybe with the Mars as well. Wild Wormhole. Gain an amber and play the top card of your deck. I love it. It's just such a fun card. I love to play Mat too. Haha. Got two of those. That is super fun. A Bat Drone, 2-power robot with Skirmish, and after it fights, you steal one. Doc Bookton, 5-power human scientist. After it reaps, you draw a card. That's fantastic. Dr. Escotera, 4-power cyborg scientist. When you play him, you gain 1 amber for each forged key your opponent has. Ganymede Archivist, 3-power human scientist. After it reaps, you draw a card. Or archive a card, rather. Quixo the Adventurer, 3-power human scientist with Skirmish. After he fights, you draw a card. And Mother, 5-power robot scientist. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. And then a Novu Archaeologist, 4-power Cyborg Scientist, exhaust to archive a card from your discard pile, and then a Research Smoko, 2-power Mutant. After it's destroyed, you archive when it's destroyed, you archive the top card of your deck. So really quick, just going through the logos here, we have Mother to accelerate our deck a little bit here. Doc Bookton and Quixo, if they get to stay out and do work, they're drawing us extra cards. Smoko is going to archive a card for us when it dies. That's really powerful, and although it's going to be random, Novu Archaeologist gives us the ability to put something from our discard pile back into our archives, which is amazing. So these are all like high-value Logos cards. Ganymede Archivist really helps you move through your deck as well. Dr. Escotera, Amber Generation, which is not really fitting in with everything else we're doing here, but it's still good if you get them at the right time. Bat Drone, of course, very nice if you can keep them on the board. Fogify can help with some of that. And then Wild Wormholes and Phase Shift, again, just help us move through our deck and get stuff out on the table and done. So really cool, fast Logos there. In Mars, we have Deep Probe. Gain an Amber, choose a house, reveal your opponent's hand, discard each creature of that house revealed this way. Really good control. If you hit on this, you're making your opponent very sad. Got 2 of those. So this really has potential to give the opponent a bad time if we can knock creatures out of their hand repeatedly. And if you're playing Archon, right? So you get to look at what's in their deck. Hopefully you know what are the real problems and are able to deal with them this way. Phosphorus Stars, one of my least favorite Mars cards. You stun each non-Mars creature and gain 2 chains. This is probably getting discarded. We'll see, but probably discarded. Crystal Hive, artifact, it exhausts to save for the remainder of the turn. You gain an Amber each time a creature reaps. Very nice if we have some good Mars cards to go with it. Feeding Pit, artifact, it exhausts to discard a creature from your hand, and if you do that, you gain an Amber. And we have a lot of Logos cards. I mean, maybe we discard the Escotera because it's early in the game, or maybe even the Research Smoko. There's some things that we probably use that every time we can. Mother Gun, artifact, it exhausts to reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand and deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. Really factors nicely with the archive and with Mother, because we have a chance of really pulling off a big hit with that. And 2 of those, so potentially 3. Wow, 3 of those. I didn't remember getting something with 3 Mother Guns. I have a deck with 4, and it's a little excessive. That deck has Oath of Poverty, which makes it all worth it. That's a little excessive, but could be okay. Tunk, 6-power robot with 1 armor, and after you play another Mars creature, you fully heal Tunk. Ixili Marauder, 2-power Martian Soldier, gets +1 power for each Amber on it, and when you play it, it captures 1 Amber for each friendly ready Mars creature, which unfortunately there just aren't going to be many of because this doesn't have a lot of Mars creatures. The only other one that's left is Ixil's Dominator, which is a 9-power robot with 1 armor, taunt, and enters play stunned. So the Marauder is not really going to be great, but the taunt, having this thing is pretty good with to protect some of the Logos creatures, perhaps. And then Tunk is not going to do a lot of good work because there's just not a lot of Mars creatures to heal it. But it's still a big creature, so it's a big body that can do work. And I think it seems good. And I really think Phosphorus Stars is probably a discard in this setup. We do have Biomatrix Backup, which gains us a bonus Amber. It's an upgrade with a bonus Amber, and it gives the creature it's attached to destroyed. Put this creature into its owner's archives. It's been errated, so it doesn't say may. It should say just put it in the archives. It's not optional. All right, let's look at Shadows. We have a Ghostly Hand, 2 bonus Amber, and if your opponent has exactly 1, steal it. Very nice. Nerve Blast, steal an Amber. If you do, deal 2 damage to a creature. Really good. Got 2 of those. That's very nice. And having a lot of little steal effects like this gives us a chance at actually hitting the Ghostly Hand as well. Poison Wave, gain an Amber, deal 2 damage to each creature. Really nice. And this actually, it'll kill the the Marauder, it'll kill the Smoko. All our other, it'll kill the Bat Drone, but all our other creatures would survive just that damage. So that can be pretty good. Relentless Whispers, gain an amber, deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, steal 1. Very good, very good. So that, at this point, is 4 potential steals. 3 that are almost sure to go off. And we have the Archive to be able to save them for the right moment, too. Bad Penny, 1 power Human Thief. When it's destroyed, it returns to your hand. It's not amazing, but we'll see what else we have in here. Dodger, 5 power Elf Thief. After it fights, you steal 1. Very nice. Got 2 of those. And a Snecklifter. So Snecklifter is a 2 power Elf Thief that says take control of an enemy artifact. Oh, after you play it, you take control of an enemy artifact, and while that's under your control, if it doesn't belong to one of your 3 houses, it is considered to be of House Shadows. Very nice artifact control there. We have an Urchin. Creature, it's a 1 power Elf Thief with Elusive, and after you play it, you steal 1. We have Duskrunner, which is an upgrade that gives a creature Reap, steal 1. And we have 2 of those. So if we look through the Shadows setup here, the Duskrunners have a decent stealing 1, but it's not guaranteed. Urchin is going to steal 1. The Dodgers might steal 1. Probably we're going to get 1 steal out of those. Maybe if we're lucky we get more. Bad Penny is not amazing, but she can set up the Relentless Whispers, which can be really good. So does the Snecklifter, so does the Urchin. And by the way, Urchin is a great target for Duskrunner. Just because it's elusive and annoying to kill. If I put a Snecklifter on the board, I'd consider putting Duskrunner on that as well, just because it, it makes it annoying it makes the opponent feel like they have to do something about it. We do have some board control in the form of direct damage, spray, as well as point targets, and quite a, I mean, really, if things go right, we have like, we could reasonably steal 9 through the course of burning through the deck. Probably it's going to be a little less than that, but there are, it's a possibility. Biomatrix Backup on Urchin is fantastic. On Snecklifter, if you need it, can definitely be an option. The Dominator protects something, gives us the ability to protect something we need to stay on the board. Maybe even after it's unstunned, we consider putting a Duskrunner on it. And it has a shot at doing something good, maybe on the Tunk too. We have some possibility of decent board control with Mother Gun. The Crystal Hive isn't going to do much for us just because we don't have the creatures to make it work. But Deep Probe gives us some control, and the Logos really is going to help us scream through the deck. So yeah, that's a pretty fun setup. I think it's pretty good. And I am looking forward to playing it. And this one I just found by going and looking through eBay for things that were cheap. And I think I don't know, maybe $7 after shipping. This is a pretty good deal. So it was something like that. So very cool. And yeah, maybe I'll get to play it with you in person or online at some point. That is Adam Class, the Prodigy Madman. Look for more reviews like this where I'll take some decks that I went out and found and chose. And yeah, I will see you again then. Until then, happy forging.